I'm an undercover lover, I lie under the covers. Hey, Samore Love bugs, you have now tuned into my Power Season 2, Episode 4 recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so because it is free, honey. Also, be sure to share this video on Google+, Twitter, or wherever you like to share videos. And don't forget to leave that thumbs up and a comment. Yeah, let's comment on this. Tell me what you thought about this episode and this review as well. Okay, and guys, check out my other channel, which is Samore Love TV. That's where I do my love and hip hop recaps, and I also do beauty and fashion and all the other good stuff on there as well. Okay, so now that we've gotten all of that out, let's get into this recap. So we start off with our girl Tasha Smith. She was doing Kanan. I was like, oh, first you was in Empire and now you over here in Power. Okay, you just everywhere, honey. You are working. So she's there giving the goodies to him, and I think that she is Shawn's mother. The reason why I say that is because she seemed very concerned about him. And another thing was that she's real loyal because she had a whole ton of money. She had like a bag full of money. And what she did, she made sure that when Kanan came, she was ready to give up the cash. And he just gave her bundles. Like, she's like, what's this for? And he's like, for being loyal. See, sometimes when you do good, good will come right back to you, and that's a perfect example of that. And being loyal and not trying to dip into the pot like, oh, because some people, they see all of that money and let's say they get into a little spiff or something. I just totally made that up. They get into some kind of problem, like let's say with their rent, or they need a new pair of shoes, they don't have enough. They're gonna be like, well, you know, I do got that bundle of money over there that I was holding for him, I could put it back. And then after a little bit, the money ends up gone. So I feel at least he knows that she's trustworthy. Ghost, he's trying to put things together, and he talks to Tasha. He tells her about everything that went down with the sneaker chick in Miami, how he didn't necessarily get her. It was somebody else that got her because he came a little too late. But he didn't see who it was. But he also says that he got a feeling that Kanan might just be involved in something. Well, he didn't say that, but from the way he's talking, he kind of seems like he's starting to know a little something. Because he also says that he knows now that Rolla wasn't the person that put the hit out on him. Because she was like, you dumb mother effer, when he was saying that. So I just wish she would have said it, but of course that would have been too easy. That would have been like just giving the story away. So she didn't say it, and but he kind of has a feeling like the way she was talking, it got to be somebody close to him. And he's like, at the end of the day, it was Kanan is the one that told him that it was Rolla. But he's like, you know what? He's not going to put it out there that it's him right now. He's going to say, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, he got the wrong information from inside of the jail. You know, that happens sometimes, maybe. But I still feel like he's on to something. He kind of knows. Angela, she is out to get Tommy. That is her #1 priority right now. Like, she is stuck on the fact that he is Ghost. She's making these stakeouts now, and she's doing everything that she can possibly do in order to make sure that she takes him down. She don't care if he went to high school with her. She don't care what the heck. And she's just trying to make sure that Ghost is not involved in the whole situation. Shawn, he goes to see Tasha, and he lets her know that nothing happened the night before with him and her homegirl Keisha. Yeah, I know her name this week. I know her name. I remember now. Nothing happened. And she was just like, well, it didn't matter if it did because me and you ain't got nothing going on. I'm with Ghost. We good. He's in the shower. So you better watch what you say. That's the kind of vibe I was getting. Like, he's in the shower. So you better watch what you say because, yeah, I ain't trying to let my man hear what you're saying right now. Come on, let's not do this. So he was just looking at her like, he just pretty much was just like, all right, whatever. So then he ends up going to Keisha's house, and something does end up happening because I guess he was just like, you know what, she wants to play with me. I'm not finna be playing. I'm gonna get something from somebody. You know, she wanna act up and act like she don't care if me and Keisha get down and dirty. So okay, we really gonna get down and dirty. And he took it like he was a boss. and she loved every minute of it. Holly, she's trying to go out, and Tommy, he just wants her to stay in the house and just recuperate, get herself together. And then one of his homeboys, Julio, he comes over because he was trying to talk to Tommy, and she has on panties, and she actually invited dude in, and he's just like, nah, I don't think Tommy would really want me to come in. And Holly the hoe was just like, nah, come on. She gives him something to drink and everything, and just sitting and talking with him, and I'm just like, girl, what you doing? And of course, when Tommy finds out, he gets freaking pissed about the whole situation, goes to freaking punch and beat up the man, and the man is just like, yo, I didn't do anything with her. Julio's like, nothing happened. And he wasn't really trying to hear it at first, but Ghost said something that was very smart to him. Ghost was just like, why are you trying to fight him over a bee that you don't even trust? And he's like, what do you mean I don't trust her? You're the ones that don't trust her. And he was like, nah, because if you trust her, you wouldn't be doing all of this. And that's the truth, because if you was, why would you want to fight somebody if you feel that they wasn't capable of doing something? See, what I would say is, baby, it's not you that I don't trust. It's that hoe that I don't trust. Because I know how girls is. Trust and believe I do. So, yeah. Nah, but, I mean, he did make a valid point, though. Because if you trust her so much and what she told you occurred, which was nothing, then why would you still come over there trying to fight him when he's the one that came over to see you, not to see her? And she's the one that invited him in. Okay, so now the guy that Jamie had as his right-hand man, which is Jonathan Cantos, now he's starting to act all slick and stuff. It's funny how when people start to get into a little bit of power, you know, power, perfect word for this, they start to act all crazy, like they don't got no damn sense. And I've seen this happen time and time again, especially being that I work in a corporate environment. A lot of times when people get into a little bit of power, they become managers, they become whatever, assistant managers, vice presidents, whatever, they change. I mean, yes, you're supposed to evolve. Yes, you're supposed to become a better person. And yes, now you have to be a leader. You can't necessarily be friends to the people that you are supervising. But at the end of the day, this dude was the one who put you on in the first place. And now you acting all funny. You don't want to give him the budget that he needs in order to make things happen. Nah, that's because you're trying to make him fail, because this dude already told you, Stern already told you that you was going to be the next person in charge, that he was going to give you the club. So you're trying to do everything possible to make sure that this man does not succeed. That ain't no friend. I mean, it's crazy how... that's how you start to see who's really for you, who's really down for you, who's really riding with you, and who was just really riding in the car with you. You know what I'm saying? They was just riding for the time being until they could get another car that was better. Food for thought, honey. So Shawn, oh yeah, but Tommy, when he went over to see Jamie at one point, he had brought Kanan over because he was just about to tell him everything that went down in Miami. But when Jamie saw that Kanan was with him, he kind of switched the subject real quick, because he knows from right now that he can't really trust homeboy, and he don't really want to tell him everything in front of him. So he's really becoming a little bit smarter. Tommy got him walking around with him everywhere, showing him every little thing, all the little things that they do on the side and the secrets, and you know, he's showing him everything so he can just easily take over, because all they need to know is what you do in order to infiltrate things, you know? So yeah, Jamie is definitely getting smarter with things that he's doing and things that he's saying around Kanan, and I'm happy for that. So he just kind of changes the subject and asks him what went down when he went to go see the other young kid, dollar water, 25-cent water bottle, whatever the hell the boy's name was, when he went to go see him. And he's like, yo, I try to do things, and he lets him know they really pretty much kill off everybody. That's what they did. And I just feel like the only reason, as we know, the only reason why Kanan is doing this so he can take over that territory. That's his ultimate goal. And he's like, yo, I did it for you. Dude, please. Felicia, bye Felicia, as they just say, right? Tasha and Keisha meet up. Keisha does tell her everything that went down with her and and Shawn and how he was good. She didn't know he was gonna be that good for a college kid. Yes. And Tasha's just trying to front. She's like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Okay, why are you still gonna be like, I care? But then she started to show a little bit of her true feelings, and she's like, this is just like every other guy that we both seen. You always try to have him for yourself or whatever. And I'm just like, ew, y'all do this all the time? How did you end up with Ghost? I guess you made sure you held him down and you didn't, you know, you wasn't passing up that one, honey. But she does, Keisha at the end of the day gives her some good advice. She's like, I know you're trying to work out everything with Ghost, you and Ghost, and you trust and believe in him now, but are you sure you're really picking the right guy? So I'm figuring out, I'm feeling like at the end of the day, Keisha doesn't really care that much about Shawn. It's just like a whatever, because I guess she understands and knows that Tasha's really feeling him. But she knows that she's also married, so he's free game at the moment. So do what you do. But that's gonna be awkward. If they get together, it's like, ew, my best friend had you first. I would feel a little funny about that. Unless we doing something all together. Let me stop. Alright. Moving on from that. And Jamie, he comes home. The code is not working. He can't get upstairs, and he asks the security like, yo, what's good? Why can't I get upstairs? And he's like, well, Miss St. Patrick changed the code. I'm gonna call her because you have to be authorized and you're not on the list, so you can't go up. And he's just like, but hold on, this is my place, I live here. What do you mean I can't go upstairs? What is going on? Got him, because she actually called up the place that he was staying at because she saw the little, I think it was the dry cleaning bill or something like that was in his pocket, a little tag. And what she did was she called him up and she's like, oh, I think I left my nightgown there. And at first the conversation almost done there, but then all of a sudden the person that was on the line, they ended up saying, well, did you enjoy your massage? So she's like, oh yes, thank you so much for asking. I did enjoy it. So bing, 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 right there. That was the boom that made everything, you know, it got her suspicions, because she knew something wasn't right, but you can't go around accusing people if you don't have solid proof, because you best believe that you got to collect that data, honey, and make sure you have something to back up your suspicions. Especially if you're trying to go ahead and do the next guy, you got to make sure that you got some good proof as to the reason why you do this, so that you don't be the one that's getting called the cheater. Tasha. So that's exactly what she did. She just made sure that she got all that concrete evidence, and then she made sure that she shut him down. He couldn't come in. The security was calling her and she would not answer the phone, and they was calling multiple times. And then finally Jamie took it upon himself to call the son, and that's how she finally got to talk to him. And she was just like, oh, well, maybe the reason why you weren't able to get the girl was because you were with Mrs. St. Patrick out in Miami. So he thinks initially that maybe it was Shawn that told, but Shawn didn't do that. He actually wanted to prevent her from feeling that pain. And he does send Shawn up like a little bit later to go and get some stuff for him. And when she spoke to him, she was just like, why didn't you tell me? And you knew. And he was like, I didn't want to be the one to crush you. I didn't want to be the one to hurt you. And then of course they end up getting a little lick, kissy face, but the kids was in the next room, so couldn't even get all down and dirty or anything like that. They brought them back to their senses because they looked like they was about to do a little something in that bed right quick. You know, she's on the rebound, she's hurt, she's in pain, and he's ready, willing, and able to give her the business. He like, this right here would not be a mistake. With Keisha, it was a mistake, but with you, honey, ooh, you my baby. I'm like, he is learning from his daddy, honey. He is getting big and bold, because earlier he had came to her, I like you, you like me. I was just like, okay, you ain't playing anymore. So yeah, as soon as Holly comes out of the building, because like I said, they trying to get Tommy, they was doing a stakeout. They see that she was a redhead, and Angela instantly knew that that was probably his girlfriend. That was probably Tommy's girlfriend. The reason why is because he has a thing for redheads. He's always had one ever since he was younger. And she said it's like this strange obsession that he has, most likely because his mom is a redhead. And let me tell you something. When I seen that he was in her house, what was it, like an episode or two ago, when he went to go hide out in his mom's place, the way they was all up in each other's face, it just looked a little freaky to me. And I was just like, please, please, please. But they didn't kiss or anything, but it was just like a little bit weird. Like, it didn't seem like the way a mother and son, but then again, they were doing coke together, so it's not a regular mother and son type of relationship anyway. So you never know what could have went down, because she's a cokehead. I'm just saying, I mean, tell it like it is. That's what really it is. So Jamie, like I was saying, he goes to see and Holly later on in the show, in the episode, and what he does is he's just like, you gotta leave. And she's just like, I'm not going anywhere. And he's like, okay, you stole from my house. So yeah, he knows. You stole from my house, and you also called me ghost, which was a violation of Tommy's trust, because he told you these things and you're gonna go ahead and call me that. He's like, nah, you need to leave. I'm just like, okay, Ghost is not playing right now. And I don't blame him, but I wish she would have left a little bit earlier, because like a few hours after that, maybe a little bit, she's walking down the street and these freaking, what are they, DAs, district attorneys, not even district attorneys because that doesn't make any sense, but freaking cops, the cop guy, I'm over here spitting everywhere, the cop guy, he comes up to her like, yeah. And she's just like, I'm not going anywhere with you. But what he says is, I bet you the people of Ohio would like to have a word with you. And he says, well, if you don't come with me, then you'll be going back home in a bus. So I guess she has a lot of offenses in her hometown, Ohio. Maybe she's robbed. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe she's done a lot of crazy things in her life, and that's why she's here now. She's trying to make a come up, and she has a lot of information that could put people away. So I'm really hoping that she does not give up any information, but if they try to do a deal with her or something, we never know what might happen. So that's what I'm kind of a little bit worried about. As far, I guess because I'm so attached to like Jamie, I don't really care for Tommy that much, but because he's freaking Jamie's best friend, I don't want them to go down. It's just, I'm like, no, we gotta save them. This is the show. Without them, there is no power. Jamie went to go see Tasha when she was at the school, because he knew that would be one place where he would be able to find her. He took her into like a little room and tried to tell her, reason with her, and let her know that, hello, this dude is trying to come for me. I think that Kanan is the one who set everything up, and I want you to be careful because they're gonna come for us. And he's like, I need to be in the house so I can protect you and the kids. And she's like, yo, you think I'm stupid? Like, for real, you think that I'm stupid? You trying to come back into the house and you think that I'm going to be the one to let you back in? You trying to come up with something? Come on. You got to do better than this, bruh. Like, for real, for real. So that didn't work. But I kind of feel like in the back of her head, she was kind of understanding, and she is kind of thinking about it, because when she goes back home, like clockwork, honey, this dude comes up. Well, first they call her like, oh, he's coming up, because I guess he's on the list, which is messed up because he's on the list and her husband isn't, but she's vexed with him, so it's understandable. So he comes up. After they call her, she's like, he's coming, okay. He comes talking about some, here, this is for the kids. I heard you and Ghost are in a bad situation right now, so I brought this over. You know, I feel like he's trying to do to Tasha. That's what he's trying to do. First he tries to kill off the man, and now he's trying to do his broad, you know? Ultimate disrespect. It's like he wants to be Jamie. He's mad that Jamie has taken over his territory and everything that he has wanted, and he's trying to get everything back plus more. So what he does, he's like, and I brought this over for you, brings her a nice bottle of wine, some fine stuff most likely, because you can't bring nothing for the best, except the best for someone of that stature who has that type of money. And she's just like, whoa, you shouldn't have. And he's just like, you know, when I was in the pen, or whatever he called it, I used to think about you, you know? And he's like looking her up and down, and she's just like, oh, okay, thank you. It's like, if you ever need anything, I got you. You know, he gave her that gotcha. You know, one of those types of things. And she's just like, okay, thank you. And then we see her go like this, pull out the Glock, and take out the gun, the bullets real quick. And I guess she's putting it back in her safe place wherever it goes. But she even though she wasn't really trying to kind of hear what Jamie said, she was listening and comprehending, and it was all being taken in because she was heeding that warning. Because she, at the end of the day, nobody's gonna come up with that, would put their kids as, oh, that's the reason why I gotta come back. I mean, unless you're super duper desperate, and he has money so he can go anywhere. So I think at the end of the day, even though she was fronting, she was kind of thinking about it. But yeah, y'all, it's getting crazy. Every time Saturday comes, like, I'm excited. This is the best day, because sometimes, you know, if you're not going out or anything, you need something good on a Saturday. And I was kind of worried, like, oh man, it's gonna be on Saturdays. Oh no, I'm gonna have to watch. But it gets me excited. I feel like I'm partying. You know, sit down, drink a little wine or something, and good, you know? But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.